All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and also to their elders, the men that taught them. I pray the Lord have peace, blessings, and mercy upon the households of the hopeful elect. This is the brother SHAMIWAN from the Great Millstone Houston Church. And real quick, I want to go into a dream that my woman told me that she had. Just listening to her dream, discerning what she said, it sounded like her dream was in the times of the beginning stages of the hour of temptation. The beginning stages of what you can read about in Revelations chapter 13 and verse 16 about that mark. Okay. So within her dream, she was telling me how it was more focused on her family. How it was for them during these times. And a lot of her family, some of them know about the truth. Some of them, they entertain it and play around. I could say personally, I know somebody from her family who entertains Sakari, and just, being real with it, you could tell. You got a lot of people that ultimately bullshit, that don't take the testimony of Yahweh Shai serious. But in that dream, it was serious for everybody that comes against the truth, that doesn't have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, that doesn't care about the importance of knowing what the mark is or knowing what to do, in order to be sustained. Rejecting the mark and not leaning upon your enemy. Matter of fact, let me start with that. Isaiah chapter 10 and 20, because this is the days that are approaching. Isaiah chapter 10 and 20, it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of Israel in truth." So it's only going to be a small group of people compared to the mass, a remnant, a selection, a chosen group of individuals, separated from the majority of people. How the scriptures say in 2nd Esdras, there be many created for this world, but the world to come for few, or roughly paraphrasing, I believe it's 2nd Esdras, the 8th chapter. But not too many people are a part of this remnant compared to the majority of the people on this earth, man. That's the seriousness of this. Then it says, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. No longer staying upon Esau for his aid, his guidance, being attached to his system. That's why the days that are coming when this mark is being implemented, it's going to come to a point of time where there's going to be an absolute cutoff from society, cut off from the way that this place is ran. You're going to be an outsider to, how the way of life is. Compared to it today, in order to get food, you have to include Esau in your life. In order to have a roof over your head, you have to involve Esau in your life. In order to have a job and remain getting income and a bank account and all of this, you need Esau. That's how this system is set up. But let me get this too. Then I'll go into the dream. Revelations chapter 3 and 10 says, this is the only way to truly be kept, where you don't need Esau in your life. See, that's the thing. It has to be on a level where, matter of fact, let me just read it. Revelations 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And what is keeping the word of the patience? Sticking to these scriptures, being able to ultimately receive and understand the true doctrine, the true gospel, and believe in it. Doing that which is required of us to do according to our measure in the spirit, man. If you're a prophet, you're going to prophesy, correctly. You're going to be in order. If you seek the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, whatever your measure or portion in the spirit is, that's exactly what you're going to utilize. As the scriptures mention in the book of Colossians, putting on as the elect. You're going to put on as the elect. You're going to keep the word of Yahweh Shai's patience. You're going to apply the scriptures, his teachings to your life, man, and believe in it. So with that, it says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. The hour of temptation is what? Revelations 13 and 16, when that mark is pushed, it says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So those that don't believe in it, they're still going to be affected by it. Those that don't see it coming, they're still going to be affected by it. They're still going to be affected by it, man. So this day is coming where everybody on the planet Earth is going to be tried. Okay? Since I quoted it, or since I mentioned it, let me just read this. Then I'll explain the dream. And this is all linked together. Revelations 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now that's everybody upon the world that we just read in Revelations 3 and 10. So everybody's going to be tried out, man. Causeth all. All literally means all, both small and great, if you're on a high level or if you're on a low level. Whatever it is. It says rich and poor, if you're wealthy or if you're not. Free and bond, if you have the liberty to move around freely, you don't have restrictions, on your mobility or your access to certain things. Or if you are locked up, indoctrinated, or whatever it may be, it's going to affect everybody, literally. Young and old, too. So it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. That word mark, you got to go into the blue letter. Go into the Greek. That word is charagma. It goes into a graven image. Something physical. So this has no spiritual meaning for this word mark, as if you can spiritually take the mark of the beast. No, it's going to be a physical thing. It has a very serious outcome on your spirit, on your destiny. But as far as the mark being something spiritual, no, that's not accurate. It is something physical, But it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So with that being said, this day is going to come where people are going to be caused. It's not going to be by force where you're going to be strapped down and somebody's going to, insert that RFID micro CHIP into your body. It's going to be things going on the earth where times are going to be trying, where it's going to be like there's no fucking way to make it unless you take it. But the scriptures told us in Revelations 3 and 10 that the Lord is going to keep us from the hour of temptation. Isaiah 10 and 20 said the remnant that escaped, they're no longer going to depend or lean on him that smote them. So the day is coming where the Lord is going to provide for those that kept the word of his patience, those that took heed to the instructions on what to do and what not to do, especially when it comes down to this prophecy, man, the mark of the BEAST. So going into her dream, she mentioned that the majority of the people she saw were her family. And a lot of people that, heard about what it was, heard about what the mark was, but truly didn't believe in it, nor, come up against it. They were in a tough spot because they didn't understand the severity of this day coming. The scriptures tell you, be as pilgrims upon the earth. So basically don't have no tie downs or no connections to anything tangible. Your house, your job, the car. Pretty much we came into this world with nothing, and that's the same way we're leaving. But a lot of people don't understand that before you leave, if you're still on this earth, a day is coming where you go get tried out to see where your spirit is. And if you take that mark, let me get this real quick. This is the consequence. Revelations 14 and verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So that's the cause and effect from receiving that mark. Okay, and also worshiping the beast and the image, being in cahoots with this system. This system is the complete opposite of how the order is going to be ran in righteousness. So the remnant of Israel is not going to be plugged up into this. Their hope is not going to be into this system. The hope ain't going to be, is going to get better. When this passes, I can't wait till it get better. Within the next year or two, things should turn back to normal. That mindset is not going to be in the remnant. Okay? You're not going to be attached to this place. You're not going to be, moved to go vote, moved to go do this. And you're not going to be a part of this system, how this world moves and operates. You're going to be totally against it. So those that are with it and not against it, 9 times out of 10, you're going to take that mark. Because you're not going to have no other way. You're not going to know any other way. All you known was oppression and how to love it and how to say yes to how Esau gets down, man. Now, so with that being said, that's why they were in that, tight position, because like I mentioned earlier, some of her family actually entertains the truth. But hey, so there you go. Your back is against the wall. You don't know what to do. The scriptures like Isaiah 65:13, my servant shall eat and ye shall be hungry. My servant shall drink and ye shall be thirsty. Them precepts aren't living and lively, in your spirit. You just looking for a way to eat. You looking for a way to keep a roof over your head. And most people are going to do it by any means, whatever is necessary. So a lot of people are going to take this chip. But the dream that she had, a lot of people were losing their jobs, about to lose their houses, their apartments, could not make ends meet because the requirements in order to keep a job were to this point where you have to take this in order to keep your income. You have to take this in order to continue to go to the grocery store and buy or sell. If you want to come into this store, you have to have this in order to enter. So it was a time of people felt like this is unfair to them, right? But the whole time the warning been going out, you need to depart from your damn enemy, man. You need to know who your enemy is. You need to know who to stay away from. You need to know who to listen to and who not to listen to. So whenever these days come, hey, the dream that she had was so real, motherfuckers started jumping off of buildings and committed suicide. She was telling me suicide rates were at the highest. Your average Monday, tune in to the weather, but also tune into the damn suicide report too. So times were like that. And people did not have the answers that they were seeking. Because many people are not going to have the oil, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to keep them going, man, to keep that light shining in this so dark, fucked up place. But it was real. Most of her family was out of there. And many other people were out of there, didn't know what to do because they didn't have Yahushua there to keep them from the hour of temptation. As the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. They weren't stable. They were making hasty decisions. Whenever all ends were out, high and dry, you were caused to go down and take that damn chip. Now your ass is through. But yeah, the dream that she had, it was just still in my spirit this morning. Just meditating on that. So yeah, with that, I'll end it there, man. I pray this was edifying to the Lord's elect. Until the next time, I say shalom.